Hey,
Good
everybody.
morning.
Hello.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, what's
We have
going
a
on?
different crew today.
Yeah,
Very different.
y'all
Very
abandoned
different.
Greg, and y'all abandoned
It's
Greg, and we just decided to show up and show our more.
it's a party. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Unfortunately, both Megs and Sarah have other things that so they couldn't be here. Megs may be able to jump in later on but we're not sure. So I thought, well, while they're away, I'll invite some more friends to join me. So luckily, Pip, Chris, and Kathy agreed to come on and share the hour with me. So I'm very happy. Thank you guys for doing that.
Sure.
Well, no problem. We just know you just can't handle it all by yourself. So.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
you can run the whole show all by yourself. You did a great job a few days ago with the thing you did with the app.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. I didn't do. If you notice, that was very much not by myself. There were 7 of us in that room.
I know.
And I tried not to talk all the time, which is a bit of an issue sometimes. But you won't see Finnegan in the background today because I'm actually at a friend's house because I had to come into town and then find somewhere where I could hook up the Wi-Fi. And so my good buddy Bruce is letting me use his Wi-Fi in his living room. And his desk is much neater than mine. I'm just telling you. So
Let's not talk about desks. Please, let's not talk about desks.
Desks, no. Well, I did for the Hacktoberfest. I asked some of the programmers to share what their computer setup looked like, and only about half of them gave me pictures. The rest of them probably their desks look like mine. The photo I showed of my own desk was after about half an hour of tidying and moving piles of paper out of the way.
Still didn't look right. I know that feeling. Just make
Great. Oh wow. So let's see, who do we have in the chat today? We have Christine Miller. Some of the people who are still here are also in the chat. I don't know how that works. Susan Anderson, Susan McLeod, Betsy Cole. Hey there, Betsy. John, all the way from Ireland. Tommy Book, Louisiana. Excellent. Kay Knight is here. How you doing, Kay? And Karen Stewart. Janine. Lisa from Ottawa. How you doing? Say hi to Megs if you see her wandering around there. And Susie Carta. Florian Straub. Excellent. Hi there. And Hillary from Wales. I met Hillary online face-to-face first time yesterday. So it's good to meet you in person or virtually in person. And Sharon. So there you go. What's Betsy? Betsy has a question. No, can you? Is there something?
You can see the WikiTree logo.
Oh, that was before we hit play, I guess.
No,
can everyone?
Still showing
other people here?
It's 10:03 here.
Yeah, they should be available. I mean, this YouTube only videos that get taken down is just demonetized and stuff like that.
I don't think that's the issue.
We don't have any sort of getting demonetized. We don't have any product placement, do we?
No, we don't.
Not at all.
Okay. Anyways, there we go. So, hello everyone, and hello people who are going to be joining us shortly. So, with my friends, I sort of divvied up the parts. So, the part of Megs this morning will be played by Chris. So, Chris, tell us about the question of the week.
I don't know if I can. All right, I suppose I should share my screen because
that would be great.
The photos of the week. Share the screen.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Sorry. Well, it's sort of
which has to do with photos, interestingly enough, right?
Right. Share the screen. Here we go. Am I sharing the screen?
Getting there.
Norman. All right.
Hi, Norman.
The question of the week is: do you have a favorite photo of an ancestor? In my case, I have a ton of favorite photos. I have a lot of photographs. I have photographs of babies in the bathtub.
Yes.
I'm not going to share those. Was. Yeah.
I'll just say that Chris actually has a fabulous collection of photographs from way back. He has got family members to send him photos and stuff with his family. Some of them are just incredibly great photos. So his collection is really good. I hope you included one here, Chris.
Yeah, I have quite a collection of photographs. Some of them are, going to be remaining internal. Some of them are going to be on Facebook. Some of them already are on Facebook. I have quite a collection. It's hard for me to actually pick something, but let's see what our fellow WikiTreeers have to offer this week, shall we?
Can you zoom in your screen a little bit there, Chris?
What'd you say?
Can you zoom in your screen so that we can see a little bit better?
How do I zoom in?
So on mine, I use Command Plus on my Mac, and it just
That's what I use. Control Plus on mine.
Yeah.
Control Plus.
I don't know how I can zoom, but shoot. Maybe you can open a new tab. I don't know.
Control Plus. Try Control Plus on your computer.
On your keyboard.
Hold on. Control Plus.
Keyboard. Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that. There we go.
There you go. Ooh, there you go.
I'm gonna have to fix this later. Okay. Are you really blind? This is like really blind.
It's just very helpful for those on YouTube.
Yes, it is. And it's blinding me too. All right. Objects may appear closer than they appear. Okay, let's take a look at these favorite photos of your ancestors. Well, not mine, but you know what I mean. All right. What is the favorite photos? Well, first we have William Goodfellow sporting a dapper top hat, monocle, and what looks like a cane. Greg, you remember Doctor Who? Remember that episode where the Doctor went to the 1880s? Remember
the Winter Ice Fair?
Remember the Great Intelligence? That's what that guy looks like. Yes.
Yes, he does. Yep.
Yep. That's just hilarious. I mean, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that photo. All right, scroll down here. We have this picture of a great uncle dressed for his performance for the opera Lohengrin. I cannot pronounce that. And he looks cool. He got a sword, shield. That's kind of cool. And we have this guy. This is Alexis Nelson's great uncle Charles McCleary, standing behind a counter, the manager of the Harvey System newsstand in Santa Fe. So you can imagine he, gave a whole bunch of photos, gave a whole bunch of articles and stuff like that. And oh my goodness, what is that down the corner? Are those? All right. I see something like right in the corner. I think those are like the first comic books ever. Like,
yeah,
right. Like right here. These are like the first one.
Comic books to me, Chris. I'm sorry, but I think you lose on that one.
Yeah, those are like the first pulp magazines with first comic books ever. Hey, sorry, comic nerd, whatever. Okay. Then we have this guy here. This man is, let's go down here. This is Barry Williams' great-grandfather, William Pickney Mills. Yeah, looks pretty cool, I think.
I mean, she looks like a really tall fella.
Yeah, he does. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Yeah, he is really tall. Tall and merciless. He's got a cool beard, though. Alright, this next guy is Mark Weinheimer's Uncle Art. He's just hanging out at the front porch. And oh my goodness, Sarah, you are missing this. I see it. You see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? What is that?
There's a doggy.
Oh, dog.
Oh, Sarah. I'm missing all the good dog photos.
I can't tell you how many family pictures I've seen, not just in my family, but in a lot of other families, where the front porch is the place to get the picture made.
Yeah. All right. Wow, look at this one. This is Stephen Sanders' paternal grandfather posing on what looks like the back of a tractor in the mid-1950s. It's post-World War II. He's just hanging out, posing. I think he's trying to mimic one of those posters of the ladies, in the era.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, this guy looks like he was quite the character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bit of a ham.
And he should get a buyout. All right. Let's see. This is, I believe, M. Ross's great aunt Margaret Grace Meaden, also called Betty. She was born in 1910, and she was like 4 or 5 years old. At this time, nice dress. She gets this like discerning look on her face, like, "Come on, hurry up."
Yeah, I think so. Back in those days, we have to stand there forever to get the picture in.
Yeah. No, wow, she had a pretty good run. 1910 to 2000. Wow. Well, good for her. This guy. This is Nick Miller's grandfather. Wait, I think. Wow. Grandfather Miller. Okay, he doesn't have a first name. Okay. I'm sure he does.
Look at the character of that face. I love that photo. That's a great photograph.
Yeah, it is. I kind of want a cap like that.
Look who's here.
Oh, look.
Hey, who's here?
I thought about just not coming in.
No,
You have it so well covered.
Yeah.
Oh,
So glad you made it.
Max. Doing good.
Chris, you're fired. No, you're not fired.
Oh, keep going.
Keep going,
Keep
Chris.
going.
I'm halfway down the page here.
Go for it.
Okay. All right, we got this lady, this girl here. This is Elizabeth Grant, who is Deborah's great grandmother, and she, was cool in her dress. Eyes look like they've seen things, but that's cool. Yeah, they always did that with those photos. Okay, we have next. This looks like a cool photo. I have some photographs that are like this that are really neat and tidy like that, but yeah, it's up to the
That's
person.
a neat effect.
Quality condition. It's a really good photo, though.
I would imagine that would have been hard to do back then.
Yeah.
But today, that's fairly easy to do with Photoshop or some of the tools.
Yeah, I've done some Photoshop, touching up some photos myself, but it's just like, yeah, this is really good condition. Really rare.
Mhm.
Keep that photo safe and secure. Okay, this is 1865 Norway. This picture was taken. Wow. This is a really old photograph, taken in 1865.
Yeah, I was wondering when I saw some of those, how old is the oldest photograph?
That's got to be the oldest photograph.
I think some of the oldest photographs ever taken was like sometime like the 1850s.
1826.
But they were really, really, really expensive.
The oldest photograph was taken by Joseph Nesifor Niep, 1826 or 1827. Was captured using a technique called the Niepce invented. He called it the heliography, which produces a one-of-a-kind image on metal plates treated with light-sensitive chemicals. There you go.
Wow.
And you've come a long way.
Yeah.
All right, we got next photo is Kent. You put in the thread? Okay.
Great grandfather? Is that what it
Yeah,
said?
great grandfather Wellington Denton's second wife, Viola Bean Denton, was born in 1860. It was taken in the 1930s and on their farm in Peoria, Ohio.
You can tell Chris isn't from the Appalachians because we call that name Viola.
Yeah, Viola.
Viola.
Viola sounds so civilized.
Hey,
Viola's like the instrument.
Hey, come on, give me a break over here, okay?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Viola.
Half Italian.
I'm crossing the street here.
Hey, forget about it, all right?
That's cool. Hillary says her husband has relatives connected with early photography in
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
cool.
Do you have any
That
of
is
the
neat.
tin plates or anything, Hillary?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is pretty cool.
Tin plate. There was
Is she
one
playing accordion?
Father's house.
Yes.
Lost.
I think that's a,
Look at that.
I think that's
Great.
an accordion or a suitcase.
With a name like Viola, she should be playing a string instrument.
Yeah.
There's a accordion.
That's an accordion, I'm pretty sure.
There it is. Yeah.
Are you sure?
What's that?
Right. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, see, she's holding it like, yeah.
This one is, I believe, this is, let's see, Pat Miller's just great grandmother and her sisters. Okay, that's cool.
Lovely picture.
Yeah,
Are
it
they
is.
twins? Or they just look a lot alike?
They look like they're twins.
They do look like that, don't they?
Yeah, but it looks like, ooh, the fire. Oh, it's a tin type taken before the Great Fire of 1877 that destroyed most of the city of St. John, New Brunswick.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This photo somehow survives. The home
Wow.
was destroyed. Wow. Oh, but hey, at least that picture survived, and we have a photo of the fire.
Oh, wow.
Painting of the fire, probably. Amazing.
Looks like it started at the port or the
Yeah.
harbor, moved in.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet there was probably a early gas explosion, probably.
Something like that.
Or a warehouse fire. Those were always really bad for port cities. Start in the warehouse, spread to the business and residential districts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Here's Viola. Stop laughing. So it, Viola Willite fishing with what's David Dunlavy. And
Nice.
but she looks like she's sleeping.
Is there a fish on that line? He's
I don't
holding
think
it like it is, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
What's he holding in the hand? The hand that's holding up. That's up.
That would be your fishing line. That would be the fishing line. He was fly fishing.
Oh.
Yeah, he's holding the line from the fishing pole. Take a look at the fishing pole. It goes up right here, and then you see the line going down here, down there.
Oh. Okay. She's holding on to the
So
fishing
he's holding
line.
the line.
The fishing rod.
Yeah,
Ah.
and that doesn't have a wheel or anything. That's fly fishing. So,
Right. Okay.
all right.
Yeah,
Not sure what the circumstances are here, but all this hanging out in front of what looks like a very old Model T4.
Yeah.
They're just
Nice.
hanging out there. And look, there's another dog. That's two dogs.
Oh,
yeah.
Sarah.
I know. We commented after the first dog that Sarah's missing this. This is now 2. And that's even before the photos of the week.
And Grandma
Yeah, I-
looks like she's a little fed up with trying to pose for the picture.
Yeah. Well,
The matriarch in the middle.
yeah, I don't know. That's her in the middle.
That car is about 1823 or 4.
19.
You mean not 18.
3 or 24. I saw one recently. I was out doing somewhere else in the parking lot waiting for something to happen, and a guy drove up in a 1923 Ford. It looks a lot like that, but it didn't have the. It was a hard top. It did not have the collapsible roof or anything like that. But the front end of it looked just like that. So
It actually looks a lot like the car that the Beverly Hillbillies used to move to Beverly Hills.
Without the rocking chair in the back.
oh God! Go get the people of the Appalachian Project all fired up now.
Hills, that is. Movie stars. Really cool. Oh, wait, now I got the theme song stuck in my head. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
You're welcome.
For the rest of the day. I can sing all of it too.
All right, here we have this is Brenda Milledge's great uncle hosting Princess Elizabeth and Prince Philip aboard his naval ship in 1951.
Oh,
Wow,
Oh,
that is
photo.
Right. So that would be the year before she was she became queen.
Oh, wow.
yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Neat.
Sydney,
Wow.
Nova Scotia.
that's amazing.
That's
That's
neat.
really cool.
Very, very impressive photo. My favorite photos, four generations of women. We have, this is
What
by
a great
That's
photo.
nice.
Marion
Mhm.
Cerruti. We have, yeah, four
That is
That is
generations
very
of women.
good.
Lovely photo.
That's a really good quality photo.
Mhm.
And then the next we have Captain James Stillwell, a ferry boat captain who lives in Staten Island, dated 1876. Very cool. Get a little
Yeah.
neck beard thing going on here. But
Yeah.
that's okay. That was before neck beards became, not
Marion
fashionable.
Cerruti.
Alright. Then we have my great grandfather. I guess we can go check this out the blog, but
It looks like a picture of a football team, or it's a basketball team.
Oh,
Yeah.
sitting there.
Yeah, it
Look at
is. Yeah,
Nice.
cool. Go out the WikiTree now. We have
It's amazing all
Caroline.
these old photos we're getting.
I know. I'm
That's
still
nice.
on page 1.
Oh my.
Yeah. Carolyn Marie Schoenemann.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well, all right. On the fly here.
Yeah.
Very good photo. Yeah. It's a little yellow, but I think you could probably Photoshop it into black and white too. It would look really cool, but it's up to you if you want to do that.
I love that the photographer studio, H. Shurna, 14 3rd Street, New Market, San Francisco. So stylized. I like the frame on that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's neat.
I have a bunch of photos that I inherited from my grandparents that had that, mags had that photography shop on there, and that's the kind of thing you can look up to kind of date it sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not easy if it's a wide range, but my grandparents were really good about writing on their photographs.
And the other cool thing is that sometimes the photographer's family have actually inherited all the negatives and everything, and you can actually go back, or the town took them in as a historical thing. So
Wow.
knowing the name of the photographer and the address, you can sometimes find the originals.
So you could get a reprint from those negatives?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, some
amazing.
negatives ourselves too. My grandfather, he took a ton of photographs. That's why we have a ton of photographs down all over the place. Photographs at every occasion. All right, Mrs. Blunden makes a record catch for a woman. Wow, that's
Wow.
a little. Wow. Yeah, but that's a good sized fish. I mean,
It's fishing, yes. Catch
Largest
fishing.
striped bass caught by a woman with a rod and line on this coast was captured a few days ago in the Larkspur by Mrs. Carrie London, who was fishing in the company of well-known singer Charles Unfer.
angler.
23 pounds dressed. Wow.
23 pounds.
That's a big fish.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can say that fish was about this big. I can't go that far enough.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I could tell you stories. Going
Yeah. Fish stories, yeah, right. It's kind of neat when you find these newspaper articles, the sort of human interest stories that they populated them with in the old days.
Yeah, it's a great photo so far. Next one is Emma Nicole Angelo, taken upon her graduation from Lander High School in May 1902.
Oh, beautiful lady.
She is.
Wow, you get that
Very nice.
Victorian era neck thing. You get the little shoulders.
Mhm.
All right,
The poofy shoulders.
I mean, that's
Poofy
great.
shoulders.
Oh, yes. Puff sleeves.
I don't know. I have no idea about fashion. Really don't. So
Well,
On
you're
anything
right,
paper.
bang on, because the photo date is 1902, and that certainly would have carried over those Victorian era poofy shoulders and
Yeah.
lace, and
Absolutely.
good job.
all right, page 2. I don't.
That was only page one?
Yeah.
And that was
Okay.
just page 1. You're
Oh, my
not
goodness.
going to have time to do profiles of the week.
Wait, I have an idea. Okay, I'll just do
I'll just whip
one
through them
last one,
quickly.
okay? Just one last one. This is Hans Christensen, 1865 1944, and he looks kind of cool. Okay, Greg, back to you.
No. No. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right, fine. All right.
Ooh,
That was a broken image there. Sorry.
the one above, Chris, is a really cool link to the
All right.
Leonard family in China.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cornerstone Laying School for Missionary Children, Qingchu, West China, December 1915.
Wow. They're coming to America.
Wow, I don't see any animals in that one, but I see lots of babies.
Lots of babes. Yeah.
Yep. They all got seasick.
That's a great time.
They all got seasick. They're not on a boat. They're building a building.
What is it?
Okay. All right. Fair point. All right. Let's take a look at the photo of Ella Cartwright Martin with every bit as sweet as she looked in this photo.
Oh.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah.
Nice.
And that shirt is absolutely silk or satin.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
How about the print on it?
Very simple. Oh, hats!
That's
All right, we got Nella Lodgson Stanfield on the left with Susan Anderson's great grandmother, Martha Huntley. All right, and we know Susan's in the chat with us right now. Hi. This is totally taken out in 1910, and she went. I'm ignoring that. And we wonder what's going on here. Yeah. Pretty cool.
So every time she looks at the Susan Anderson, she wonders what Nella was thinking as she looked at her little sister's hat.
Oh, yes. Because look at that look on their
Yeah.
face there. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
You need a fascinator, another hat right below it.
Oh, underneath it.
I didn't see the one on the thing. Let's go to
Yeah.
that.
Here's the direct link right
Oh,
here.
okay, it's the same picture.
Yeah, picture.
Is she in front of a locomotive there?
Yes, she's standing on a train, the front of a train. That's a snow pusher that they put on the front of trains in Canada or places where snow piles up. So the snow gets pushed off out of the way of the train.
Right.
So it's different from like the cow catchers.
You know.
That's what I thought they were called, as cow catchers. But
Great aunt, sometime in the 1900s. Love her expression, her dress, the train. That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. And this one didn't show up at all. That's sad. All right, here's a photo of my great grandparents, John B. Brown. Let's take a look at this one real quick. Favorite photo because of the teddy bear sitting at their feet. All right, we got a teddy bear here, so.
Oh,
I see it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's nice.
that's a really good quality photo.
It is a good quality photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical pose. Got the older people sitting in front, and everybody else is standing around behind.
Yeah.
That's a very typical pose.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
I wonder what the significance was of the teddy bear, though.
It would probably belong to one of the kids, but I don't know. Maybe when they were little, because Lord knows I saved some stuff when I was a kid, so.
It looks like one of those German Steiner bears. Those are really collectibles now.
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna look again at this teddy bear. There it is. Oh, down in the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Really nice picture, right? But you know what you need to do, Donna? You need to label who everybody is in this photo.
Well, she's labeled one person.
You can also attach each one of their profiles to that picture as well.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
show
you
up in
should
that
do.
list.
I've done that with like most of my group shots, so.
Oh,
That's
you know where
nice.
that picture was taken nearby?
Where?
What?
Taken,
I would say in the 19 teens or early 20s.
Yeah.
No, 1914, they say before.
Yeah.
Chris just highlighted that.
Yes.
That picture was taken not far from where my kilt maker lives, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. I drove through that area not long ago. Vip, are you wearing a kilt? Oh, serial kilter. I see the. Oh, that's just so
Yeah.
funny.
I'm wearing Robertson Red this morning.
Robinson Red.
Robertson Red.
Robertson. Yeah.
All right. We have, let's see, my great grandparents, Louis Anderson Oldeker with Mary Ellen Craig Oldeker and their children. Yeah.
The little baby couldn't keep still.
No.
A little bit of a blur there. That's a great photo.
It is.
Yeah.
You
There's
can
a
even see
story
the
here, though.
thumbtack print where they put a thumbtack in. Question is that a cat face in the window?
I think
Oh, you mean
it
up
was
top there?
Yeah. You know how I'm always looking in the windows and the
Yeah,
doors.
that's
Yes.
right.
computer magnified.
There's
cat.
no
Spooky.
airbags. There's nothing there.
There's a cat face in the
It
window.
looks like a cat, but
That's not a cat. That's not a cat face.
That is a cat face.
Oh, great. Trevor, when did you get here? Okay. And that's the last on WikiTree. You want me to check the Facebook group or?
well, let's say no for now.
Yeah.
Right, fair point. But one of my favorite photos.
Oh, you're going to
is
show your, yeah, you show one of yours. There you go.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite photos of Vincenzo Ferriolo and Maria Tedesco. And sadly, my great aunt Nicolina passed away actually a month ago. So
Oh.
and I wrote a blog about her. You know, it's how she got me into genealogy without actually telling me it was genealogy. That's just how she.
Yeah.
That
We
was a
snuck it
great
in,
blog.
Sneaky.
She did a
Sneaky ants.
and before you knew, you were hooked.
to your great aunt. It was a marvelous blog.
Yeah.
Linked in the weekend chat, by the way.
Great job doing that, Chris. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
No
Nicely
problem.
done.
Now I need
Great.
to go back out and
Excellent.
here we go.
Great.
Great photos
Okay.
this week, everybody.
Great stuff. Serial
I'll just
kilter.
bring it
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Pip. He's a serial kilter. Okay,
right.
so we are going to the question of the week, or the profiles of the week. The theme this week was remarkable marks, and I think it was chosen partly because we just finished off the WikiTree challenge with Mark Hamill, and wondering how we did. There is there's a fan chart, lovely fan chart there. Well done, Mindy. I think Mindy's in the chat too, showing showing the results of all the ancestors that have been added to Mark's family tree, and Mindy's color coded this by country, so you can see their country of origin.
Oh,
So that's kind
wow.
of, there's some Canadians
Cool.
there in the dark blue. All the Americans are are in red. Light blue is the UK. The green is Ireland, and Sweden. A good chunk from Sweden too. So that would be his mother's side, I'm guessing, right? Father's side.
Yes.
There you go. And Scotland is a darker green, the brighter green there. So very interesting.
If I had a fan chart of my family, I would have not had any of these colors at all. All of them would be red. It would just be one big giant red thing until you get back to the 1700s. I mean, mid-1700s.
Because your family's been in the States so long, right?
All of the branches, yes. Every one of them.
Yeah. The only thing I would have said is I would have colored Canada red, because our flag is red and white, and blue for the States because you're red, white, and blue, so blue's appropriate. But anyways, that's a minor nitpick.
Just a little thing.
But in my fan charts, that's how I custom colorize them.
Yes.
But that's okay. This works too. because Canada is from sea to shining sea, so blue is appropriate there too. So there are more than one way to skin a fan chart.
You would know.
What's you would know. So let's have a quick boo at Mark's page. Born in the 1950s. He's private, so it just says the biographical data at the top just says 50s, but the biography actually pinpoints that. Born on the September 2nd, 1951 in Oakland, California, to William Thomas Hamill Jr. and Virginia Suzanne Johnson. Actor famous.
Wrote that bio.
Yeah, Chris here actually wrote. Okay, I can't see the StreamYard thing, so I'm not sure which direction I should be pointing.
Down.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris wrote the bio and tweaked Mark's profile before the challenge began. So good work there, Chris. Of course, most famous for Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars franchise, but also as the voice of the Joker in various adaptations of the Clown Prince of Crime. Nice turn of phrase there, Chris. So some of you who don't watch cartoons or superhero or comic books type shows or consume that type of media may not realize that he had quite an extensive career as playing the Joker, many in audio form, but he did show up in episodes of The Flash playing a Joker-like character.
The trickster.
The trickster, yes. But he was one of 7 children, and during his early life, he moved frequently because his father was in the military. I imagine being one of 7, he wanted attention, and so that probably is what led him into the drama club and then his career. Anyways, quite a nice bio here, profiling his acting career and writing career. So I encourage you to read that. Have a look-see.
Good stuff.
So then, now let me see if I've got things in the same order, because Pip and I are sharing the profiles this week. So let's see. So Mark Bolan is next. The next Mark that we're featuring, and his bio is pretty short here. Born in 1947 and passed away in 1977, buried at Golders Green. So that doesn't really give you the whole synopsis, but if you go to his Wikipedia article, then you can find out a lot more about him. Basically, this Mark was sort of the founder of Glam Rock. So those of you who have been around long enough will be familiar with Glam Rock. That's the sort of the category of rock that David Bowie really popularized, but Mark was the one who instituted it and started it. He had a band called T-Rex, a psychedelic folk band, and a bunch of hits, none of which I know. But he did meet Bowie, and they said in the article, friend and sometime rival. But he did pass away. If you look here, he passed away at age 29, just a couple weeks short of his 30th birthday, and it was in a car accident. And what's interesting, and the Wikipedia article talks about this, he never learned to drive. He had a fear of driving in cars, and he wasn't driving, but his girlfriend was driving, and he was in the passenger seat, and she went off the road, hit a tree, and he was killed instantly. So very, very tragic. It's like he knew something would go wrong if he was driving or in the car. So that's kind of sad.
Greg, you wouldn't be the only one to not know much about that style of music either.
Oh, really?
I was raised on classical piano, so I missed that.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, same thing. But Moshe Zakharovich Chagall, also known as Mark Chagall, famous painter, was born in Russia, or in the Russian Empire, in Lyotsna near Vitebsk. I'm not going to pronounce his wives' names because I can't even read the Cyrillic language there.
Virginia and Valentina is too hard for you?
Oh, well, I could have, but then the other one would be, the first one would be upset that I ignored her. So if I just ignore all 3, then I treat them equally.
Oh, Mrs. Rosenfeld.
Yeah, that's right. So Moshe Zigal was born into a Jewish family in the Russian Empire. And the variant of his name, Seagull, which in the Jewish community is usually born by a Levitic family. So descendants of Levi, I think that means. His father was a herring merchant and his mother sold groceries. So they moved from Russia and eventually ended up in Paris. And so he's often referred to as a Russian French painter because of those sort of two nationalities were the primary ones. And there's some pictures here of his paintings. But again, going to the Wikipedia article will give you a whole bunch of paintings, and quite popular for modernism. It was the style of painting that he was popular for. And there was one person, I think it was Picasso, who said that he was the last painter left who really understood color, which is an interesting quote to say about a fellow painter.
His paintings are really hard to get meaning out of. You really got to talk to the artist to kind of understand what is actually going on in the picture, what was in the artist's mind, and it's hard to tell when you look at Chagall's painting.
Chris is the closest of all of us to Marc Chagall, 16 degrees.
Yeah.
And he's also 16 degrees from Mark Hopkins, so that's pretty close.
Wow.
I'm trying to check everybody else.
Meg's really good about that. I know the one that I'm closest to. There's
Mark
only
Hopkins.
Was it Hopkins?
Yeah.
I think his wife is actually a cousin. Like I can't remember what the number is, but we're actually a cousin sometime removed. But it's fairly close. So he's married to one of my cousins.
Kathy Nava is closest to Marky Ross.
Neat.
I'm pulling up pips now. So many toasts, so little time.
Yeah, oh no. The next Mark is Markéta Dragomir, the Queen Consort of Denmark, Bohemia, born in 1186. So I'm pretty sure she is the oldest profile, or the one born earliest in the year. Queen Consort of Denmark, first spouse of King Valdemar of Denmark. She was the daughter of King Permissil and Ottokar of Bohemia, and his first wife, Adelaide von Meissen. And she quickly won over the heart of the Danes, and the new queen is now known as, and her name moved from Dagomir to Dagmar, which is a very famous Danish first name there.
Yep.
And apparently a figure of several Danish folk ballads. I don't know any of those either.
I think you and Pip must be related, Greg, because he's 19 from Marky Ross and 19 from Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Right
out there.
Neat. Mark Anthony Munoz, son of Felipe Munoz and Guillermina Rivera. He quoted about his dad, "My father is the reason I started making music. He taught me that you never stop being a musician. He always showed love, compassion, consistency as a father and a family man." Mark and his girlfriend. So it talks about his weddings and who he got married to, but he is the one who's most known as, he goes by Mark Anthony, is his sort of stage name. And he's popular for salsa music.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mark Hopkins, I think, is the last of the ones that I was going to do. Is that about right? I think. Mark Hopkins was an American railroad executive, one of four principal investors that funded Theodore Judah's idea of building a railway over the Sierra Nevada, which I think is a mountain range, from Sacramento, California to Promontory, Utah.
Yep.
And they formed the Central Pacific Railroad along with Leland Stanford, Charles Crocker, and Collis Huntington.
Greg, I'm so wrong. You're closest to Marc Chagall at 13.
Ooh.
That's very, very
cool.
close.
That's very close.
Let's look and see how you go. You go from your
Let's go see.
Oh, it's only one jump.
Yes. See, that's
crazy to his wife. So
see, that's what I told you.
Did they have children? You would share genetics with their children.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so the wife is Fourth cousin 3 times removed. That's pretty close.
Wow, that's
It
good.
is. It is. So if you have a bunch of French,
You know, I have a whole pile of La Bonté cousins. Half of my
can't figure
my
them out.
ancestor DNA is La Bonté. How cool would that be? Okay, so let's. So did they have kids?
You and Az
Children
are
unknown.
the closest to him. Hey,
Hmm.
so you might have some Russian going on.
Wow, how cool would that be? Okay,
Ah.
so over to you, Pip.
I want to mention
Tell
about
us about Mark Kelly.
Hopkins, the one right before, is that talking about building railroads, you didn't have companies that built railroads, and a lot of times the government would be involved. You'd have to get investors to invest in railroad building, and invariably people would go absolutely broke building these railroads because of the investment would fail. They wouldn't be able to get the permits for lands, or they couldn't get the work done, or some impossible thing like crossing the Sierra Nevada mountains and things like that. A lot of folks back in those days that invested in railroads went flat broke because the railroads were just not. It was just not a really good place to put your money at that time.
Right.
Until later on, that larger, richer people, the Rockefellers and the Carnegies and all those guys who were into railroad building, that they had the money to do that without having to worry about investing so much. So.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
So
Mark Kelly.
Yeah,
Mark
Pip,
Kelly.
getting a complaint from the Peanut Gallery that they can hardly hear you. I don't know if you can get closer to your laptop, try and get that better. Just do this through the rest of the time, and you see what happens
right here. Can you?
There you go.
That's good.
Okay. I don't have a lot of Marks in my family, so I thought this was an interesting thread to do.
Perfect.
Connected. Mark was not a family name in my family, but I do know this Mark, who was a astronaut. Remember going down to Cape Canaveral, Cape Kennedy at the time when I was a kid, and Mark Kelly happened to be there, and I had a chance to I didn't get to meet him, but I got to see him way over.
Good. That's close.
When I was older, when I went back in the 80s, it was like, oh, there's Mark Kelly. Anyway, he was born in the 60s, so he's a little bit younger than I am, in 64. I noticed that a lot of the astronauts were also in some branch of military, and Kelly was in the United States Navy. But he flew as a naval aviator, which my dad was in World War II. Combat missions during the Gulf War, NASA Pilot 96. And this I did not know until I read this earlier, that his wife was the target of an attempted assassination in Tucson in 2011.
Yeah, Gabby. Yeah.
I did not recognize that Giffords was his wife.
Yeah.
And so he is now the representative from Arizona, and he's up for election this year.
Yes, he is.
So,
Do you know?
She was a politician, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Speaking of DNA.
Ooh. Yes. Are we speaking about DNA?
His twin brother went to space and lived in space on the ISS for a year. And when he came home, the brother was taller. Now he's taller than his younger brother.
Oh.
Yeah. And his DNA changed a bit because the radioactive stuff that shoots through the cabin of the ISS, they can't shield against it, or haven't figured that out yet. It actually changed some of his DNA.
Yeah, I heard something about that, about all the changes.
And now, whenever he gets angry, he turns into the Hulk.
He turns into the Hulk.
There's that no gravity situation, all the other stuff that comes out in space, the effect that it has when you're up there long term. There are some issues, actually. With
wow.
That. So he was taller than
interesting.
That's funny. That's funny.
Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire. Okay, I'm not going to spill my prejudices here. I'm going to be very nice. Hank Aaron is the number one home run hitter in the entire world. in American baseball, to say the least. But anyway,
Not a Braves fan, are you?
who, me? No. I'm just a non-steroid fan. Let me put it that way.
Oh my gosh, we're going to get sued. The commentary of some of our hosts today are not the views of WikiTree.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, should have had a disclaimer at the beginning of our show.
I remember talking about McGuire and Sosa and Bonds. I remember the guy who was controlling the board at the Atlanta Stadium one time got into trouble for saying that Hank Aaron was the home run hitter for those who are not medically enhanced. Put that on
So that was a quote, folks.
Stadium. Anyway,
Yeah,
Mark really was a great baseball player. I followed his career back when I watched more baseball back before I found WikiTree. Obviously, I can't watch as much now because it's consuming my life. But he really has he's had a great career. 11th all time in home runs with 583, a 394 on base percentage, which is really high. Two-time major league leader in walks. I think Babe Ruth still holds the number one spot for the number of walks right now. I was really surprised that he was ranked number 84 in the 2005 list of 100 greatest players in baseball. A little bit higher than
because
that.
people have forgotten about him by now.
I don't know. I just that was 2005. That was 17 years ago. He really did have a great. He really was a nice guy too. This is Marcus Lawrence Oliphant, who is a knight of the British Empire. Just died in 2000. He was born in Adelaide, South Australia. He married Rosa Louise Wilbraham. That's a great picture of the bust in there in the North Terrace of Adelaide. He was the 27th Governor of South Australia, served from 71 until 76. Let's see, when was he awarded his, doesn't say here when he was awarded his Knight of the British Empire.
Looks like he was a scientist.
That project I thought was interesting too. He had a very great scientific career. He was led a politician too. Australians have a reason to be proud of his here.
Mm-hmm. And he made it to 98.
98. 98. Oh. I still don't know who we see this not who. Marjorie Armstrong Post Ross in 1915. She died, I think, at 71 years old. Not quite 71. She was just short of that.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter of the physicist Richard Freeman Post and Mary Armstrong. Lewis and Clark from Portland, Oregon. Bachelor of Arts. I didn't know that there was a college named Lewis and Clark until I read this profile. First husband Stephen Knox, did Scott's name there. Lewis and Clark. And she eventually married Michael Ross. Also, they did Scott's name, by the way, Chris Fiorello. He used to get a Ross partner built. Sort of best roles from The Fall Guy, Court, you were her Night, Heart Scar, Couple of TV. She won a grant for about $100,000 in November, a tournament episode of the $100,000 tournament.
Pretty cool.
There. 1988 picture there. Okay, I need to pronounce his last name. Seguin?
Mark Seguin.
Seguin? Okay.
Seguin.
Thank you. I don't have a lot of French ancestry yet. This way back, so I really need a lot of help. Greg's here for that. Anyway.
No Cajuns from Louisiana in your family tree?
No, all East Coast and then back to mostly.
If you're echoing here.
Mark,
Yeah, we know Pip's got some issues, but that's okay. We love Pip anyway.
yeah, I definitely have issues, all right.
Yeah, we do.
Born and died in the same place in France. Lived to be 88 years old.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
That
That doesn't happen often.
That's unusual. People dying in the same place because hardly anybody stays put anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Suspension engineer and invented the wire cable suspension bridge and then multi-tubular steam engine boiler. He was a rather talented fellow. He was married twice. He married his cousin, Rose Augustine Duray. The latter died at 36. And then he married another cousin, Marie Augustine de Gauffier.
Gauffier.
Yeah. And he was made a Knight of the Legion of Honor in 37, put into the rank of officer in 66. And he's part of the list of 72 names of scholars inscribed on the Eiffel Tower, which I think is cool.
That's very cool.
How would you like to have your name inscribed on the Eiffel Tower? That's pretty cool.
That would be very cool indeed.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that, Pip.
Sure. Glad to help.
Okay. Kathy, you
Yes.
get the esteemed part of Sarah where I have used up almost all of the time.
You know what? I vote we go over by a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my vote.
I'm fine with that.
We can do
Only
that.
because Mag's got barely any screen time.
Well, you know what? I didn't go a full hour on the Hacktoberfest video on Thursday. So
You're gonna
I've got
borrow
12
some
minutes.
from
I've got 12 minutes in the bank.
that?
It's the credits. You don't go over. You get credit to add to any
I
further.
think that's the way it works.
In other words, Kathy,
Mindy's in the
over
chat.
to you.
I don't think it works. You stream as long as you want on YouTube. You really can.
My turn?
Your turn, Kathy. Sorry, we'll
Sure.
stop talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot! Share screen.
Right. Oh, Lisa. Controlling Pip.
Oh well, while we're sitting here and we're
You
not
go to the percent button.
because Kathy refuses to speak, I'll show you my nice burn that I got.
Oh, no.
Went all the way through. I was burning some stuff in the burn
Hey,
barrel. Pushed down too hard, and my arm hit the rim of the red hot barrel. Burned myself.
no, YouTube has rules against gore, right? I'm just saying.
So, do you
Hold
need
on.
help with
Okay,
your
I got it now.
Oh,
Okay.
great. Let's add it. There we go.
Did I get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Make
it.
it big.
Okay.
And big in it.
So images of childhood. There's only a few, so
Can you maximize your screen there for us?
What a great picture.
And hit Control Plus like I did with my thing.
Claire Alexander Lovelace Jr. and then Francis Harvey.
Oh,
I
look
like this one.
Teacups.
Oh, yeah. Can you zoom in? Zoom in, Kathy. Do the Control Plus
Oh.
thing. Or
The
Command.
which one?
Control
Control
plus.
plus.
Control plus.
Are you on a PC?
If you're on a Mac, it's going to make it blow
Oh, there
up.
we go.
There we go. Nice.
Is that better?
Yeah.
We want
Okay.
to see the teacup.
Okay, so here's this one.
Look at that.
Is
I
that big
wonder
enough?
how many tea parties she had.
Yeah.
Or without the Mad Hatter.
That is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
wonder if she still has it.
Well, it just so happens that it's her unbirthday.
Her
It's my
unbirthday.
unbirthday too.
Okay, Candy and Party Hats, 1956.
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
I like that one. I know we're running out of time.
That's okay.
No, that's
Keep
okay.
on going.
We
We
got
can go as long as we need to go.
Yeah.
John Miller's Black and White.
Childhood in continue motion to adulthood with parents to guide the boat.
And who posted that one?
I should be saying who posted these.
It's not. It's an old school life jacket, so.
Doesn't look like it says.
That's okay.
Oh.
Keep going.
great photo.
It's in Maine. Okay, childhood is one a constant movement until they exhaust themselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Jumping up and down in the crib.
Or the parents
Yeah.
just fall asleep and don't take any more pictures.
Beds are good for something, anyways.
Oh god, that's great.
I love the little captions. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I wonder what happened to that kid. Skip or something. My grandbaby.
Our grandbaby is about for Halloween as he is initiated into one of the joys of childhood. That child does not look
He
very
looks a little
happy.
traumatized. Yeah.
And that's a bat?
Joys of childhood or acts of vengeance.
Not
You make
happy
the
at
call.
all.
Ah, Batman.
That's great.
A major element of childhood learning, our nephew and our puppy learning about each other. Who are you? Oh,
Oh, yes.
I like this one.
Yes.
Puppy.
That's cute.
I really like that one.
That's great.
And then childhood dreaming.
Yep.
That's nice.
Nice. That's good.
Crying in childhoods is imperative to let others know our needs. I don't seem to be holding back the tears. My dad wanted his first baby to be a boy, but I wasn't. And I don't think he looks too disappointed. Here you can see at least I wasn't
A boy.
a
Is that
boy.
Alexis?
I remember this picture being
He
posted
seems happy.
in
He's happy with it.
GTG. It's a great photograph.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think that was
And
Baby's not happy, but the dad was happy.
the unbridled joy of childhood for some, but so sadly not for too many others.
yeah, running on the beach.
Mhm.
Down the beach. Wow, that's nice.
Jelly shoes.
I saw
Oh,
that.
did we miss a dog? Lisa said there was a dog in one of the photos just recently.
Yeah, there was
Yeah. The little baby and the dog learning about each other.
Oh, right. That one. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one. Okay. That one I remember. I was just thinking.
This
'cause
one.
there was, yeah, that's one. Yeah. Got it. Sorry.
that looks like a collie. Actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
A lassie dog.
That's darling.
Okay. Was that the
Okay,
last
that
one?
was it.
That was it?
That was
Yeah,
all.
Oh, that.
this one was the last one.
Went with the joy of
There
childhood.
would be more childhood photos.
Oh, wait.
There's a next
I
button.
lied.
There's
Oh.
seven more.
There we go.
Oh.
Aww.
99.
Okay,
Wait a
and
minute.
finally, days is gone. Done, gone the sun, and we dream. Oopsie. Dream of those tender years of their childhoods.
Mhm.
You know, I think I had those exact same pajamas when I was little.
Uncle Aberlin, Mom, and Uncle Gordon.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice picture.
Are they triplets?
Wow,
Looks like it.
they
They
could
look
be.
the same age.
They do.
In Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very cool.
Okay. John Thompson.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's a picture of John Thompson. Is it a real picture of him at two different, or is that a picture of a child
I don't think so. I think they're two
more
different.
recently?
Yeah,
Hmm.
pictures there.
It looks like that's a picture of somebody's descendant.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the ancestor.
Right. Who look very similar.
They
Yeah,
look very similar.
Yeah.
Looking very good.
First cousins in the Superstition Mountains outside of Phoenix.
Did they find the
Paula,
gold?
Christine, Jack, and Tim.
That's cute, and they're dressed for it too.
Nice.
Wearing chaps.
Kids sporting
There's supposed to be gold in that mountain.
Nice.
The kid is sporting a cowboy hat. Cool.
Grandfather remembers his childhood.
I remember this. There was a discussion on G2G about that crop. And
Oh, riding crop.
was it to whip somebody for making them wear that outfit, or was it for the hoop? I remember reading that at G2G. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Embarrassments of childhood.
Yep.
Yeah, that hat needs to go.
I was thinking about the frilly collar.
That's a bow.
What's worse, the hat or the bow tie? Is that a bow tie? Or is that?
Bow ties are cool.
I don't know.
Looks like it.
Is he wearing tights? Oh my God.
No, it just never ends.
Summer 1962.
60 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
very cool.
Looks like her eyes are closed.
Probably caught the blink at just the right moment.
Okay. Now that's it.
Last one.
All
Now
right.
that's it.
Now that's it.
Switch
Thanks,
over really
Kathy.
quickly and go over some interesting stuff. Of course, we've got Mark Hamill and the WikiTree Challenge highlights coming up. You can register now for Roger Federer's week. The Hacktoberfest is coming up, week 2 coming up. And of course, Azure has posted, and somebody took it down. The WikiTree Day and Symposium are coming up November the 4th and the 5th.
Yep.
I will absolutely be there for a good part of it. I have another speaking engagement that day as well. So it's going to be an extra fun day for me.
You're just going all over the place, aren't you? And I will be there talking about the Italy project with my good friend and colleague, Frank Santoro. So please stay tuned for that.
Good,
Excellent.
Yay!
And
So lots of stuff is going on. The actual, I should have that up, but if you look up the WikiTree Day, you will find that page, and you can look. It's a stunning, stellar lineup of people: Pat Rishley Erickson, Melanie McComb, Amy Johnson Crow. It's huge. It's going to be huge. And last I heard, there were over 1,000 people registered.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has changed. Let me check. 1,001 registrations yesterday afternoon at 12:24. So, Aowen, if you have an update on that for us, that would be cool. I bet it's a bunch more now. So
I think it's over 1,100 now.
Yeah.
Or it was yesterday afternoon, later in the afternoon. Yeah.
I'm sure.
So,
Yeah, there are sessions that are going from 8 in the morning on Friday through all the way, like 24 hours, even in the middle of the night. I think Kathy Nava's even getting up in the middle of the night to host one. And then it ends at 8 o'clock the Saturday night. So it's a 36-hour mega extravaganza. It'll be great.
I'll be coming to you from the Charleston Highland Games at 11 o'clock on Saturday.
Nice.
I'll be on for that. So,
if you type WikiTree Day into Google, you'll end up with this. It's the first, the WikiTree first opened in November 2008. This year, 2022, is their 14th anniversary, and officially is designating November the 5th WikiTree Day. Virtual anniversary party, presentations, WikiTree offers and videos. We've got vendors that are coming in to do stuff. So check it out, and you can register for free here. I don't know if I registered. Has anybody else registered?
I've registered.
I registered.
I think I've registered.
You
It's
think?
been an interesting day. So I will not be here next week because I'm presenting in Delaware. So
Delaware.
Greg might be the only person here again.
No, I'll get friends to come again.
You'll grab a bunch of people.
I'll grab some more friends. I'll just randomly go down the WikiTree list and say, boom, boom.
there you
Hey,
go.
come here. So
Yeah, come here.
have a great week. Check out
Yes.
everything that's going on. Check out WikiTree Day and have a great week, y'all.